to have a restaurant place somewhere in the movie.
And maybe they'll even let them shoot there for free.
Oftentimes as well. So you're
Negotiable.
cutting your budget there.
Great. These are great suggestions. Wow. What else can you tell us about ways that we might either cut overhead or raise funds for our independent films?
That's a whole nother class.
I'm sorry.
But with,
Oh, we have a
with
question. Can you
Yeah, I have a
stand,
question.
can you tell us who your name
Yeah, I'm
and,
Brian Connors.
and can you tell
a
us what you
filmmaker,
do?
What's that?
Tell us what you do and the name of
Yeah,
your.
I've been an actor for a long time. In the last couple of years, I've been making films, including Senior Entourage, which Lynn Tang came as a producer.
Nice.
And, yeah, we started, you were saying, I knew David Lockhart, and he was one of our first. And then we had 3 investors at 10,000 each. First of all, me, Mark Rydell, and Ed Asler went to studios. We went to Shed Media, not studios, we went to production company. Went to Shed Media and Warner's, and they wanted us in a shopping agreement for 9 months, but weren't paying us any money. And my guys were so old, I said, I don't want to take this chance. They were shocked that I walked away, but I did walk away. And also other things too. Creatively, I could see they were going to take over, and because I could see in the legal deal memos that were going back and forth, the title had changed, and nobody had even asked me. So I said, this is not good. You know what I mean? All right, so my question is with regards to product placement and product integration. I just got an email literally yesterday from Bookings Universal, and it's a guy named Timothy Beal, and he's soliciting me to see if I want product placement. Do these guys typically have to be hired and looking for an upfront fee, or are there people, willing to get, if you have a treatment, if you have stars attached, to get you product placement funds or commitments to your movie, or are they generally paid as consultants up front?
so the legitimate ones that
Right.
have a chance of getting you, so on that movie when we were at Universal Studios Florida, we paid a little bit of money up front, and they had some deliverables like, hey, we think we can get this, and the worst case they told us, if we can't get any money, we will get you at least, I think it was $20,000 worth of free product or whatever. And we didn't get any money because we didn't, for the reasons I explained. But we did get, I think we got something like $10,000 worth of coupons from Publix, which is great.
Wow.
Cut our catering and our craft service budget, and then we got something like $5,000 or $10,000 of flat screen TVs, which used to be expensive back in the day, and Dell computers, laptops. So we got a lot of product.
Nice.
Can I ask what the upfront fee was? Because
It was like $1,000 or something like that.
yeah. Lockhart and I tried that on Senior Entourage, but it did not work out for us. By the way, Publix is a good company.
They're a great company.
Yeah, I did one of their Thanksgiving commercials that got like 10 million views.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know.
That's
So
awesome.
I want to make sure I answer all the questions. So somebody asked a question about hey, what are some tips about cutting your budget? There is a guy named Dov Simmons, Simens, and I believe he has a seminar, maybe it's an online course now called the No Budget Film School. I went to his seminar in Miami, Florida, and 6 months later I raised $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So he talks a little bit about film fundraising, what I do, but the main thing that what he does, he's like this military guy, he teaches you all these tricks to save money. And here's his mantra, and it's been my mantra ever since. Every dollar you don't spend is the easiest dollar you've raised. Right?
Yeah.
So if I have $1 million budget and I can cut, they call me scissor hands or whatever, I'm like a machete with a budget. I can easily bring a $1 million budget, typical budget, down to $700,000.
Wow.
Okay, without tax credits. Because I know where there's just fluff or waste. That's $300,000
Yes.
that I don't have to raise. That's huge,
Yes.
right? And like I said, there's never been a more exciting time. I have a lot of friends during the pandemic. One friend in particular, he made 3 movies during the pandemic because he was smart. Everyone else was sitting around not working. like DPs, camera operators, gaffers. It's like, what are you doing? I'm watching Cobra Kai for like the 5th time. I'm stuck in my apartment because they won't let us go. Well, we're going to this like warehouse. It's really secret. No one's gonna really find us going to there on Saturday night. Do you wanna like help us shoot for like 6 hours? No one will know you're there. It's like, okay. So this guy made 3 different movies during the pandemic, all well under 100,000. Each one of them is gonna probably double their money back. One of them is probably gonna be a Netflix pickup. So he'll do 10x.
Wow, that's amazing.
But he was really, really smart on the budgets.
Right. Wow.
Question.
Yes.
How do you figure in, these days, so many countries and states offer tax incentives. How do you figure that into your pitch and your budget when you're presenting a project to an investor?
Can you tell us your name and what you do?
Sorry?
Can you tell us your name and what you do?
My name is Virginia
Hi.
Travers, and
You're a
I'm
filmmaker.
a
A writer,
screenwriter, filmmaker. I have a screenplay here that was selected through the festival.
Congratulations.
Brothers Blood will be read tomorrow, as one of
nice.
the, as the showcase.
Brothers Blood.
So, it's, I don't know if I'm not allowed to talk about it, so it's like, it's, my project is international, so that's another issue. It takes place in Northern California, where I live in Marin County,
Ah.
and also in Thailand. And right now, Thailand offers a really good tax incentive to filmmakers. And it's just a matter of trying to find people in Thailand or here that know how to work the tax incentive program there, because there's always a language barrier, and it's not an easy country to film in, but they do make a lot of films in Thailand. In fact, Ron Howard just got through shooting
The Cave movie.
Cave,
Yeah.
there. So, I mean, they do make a lot. I mean, Bridget Jones, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. The Beach with Leo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So, it does have a big film industry. It's just a matter of getting in touch with investors that believe in filming internationally, not just here in the U.S.
Okay, so two parts to your question. Number one,
No more tax incentives.
on the tax incentives credits, if your cash budget is $500,000 or less, I wouldn't really worry so much about that. Now, if your investors push back a little bit, like some of my potential investors, hey, why don't you go here, why don't you go there? Well, we've decided, I've talked to the director, we've decided to shoot our faith-based movie in Florida, okay? Because we can get a sound stage for like a couple $100 a day that will cost us $10,000 here. We don't have to pay for any parking. We can get discounts on a lot of our food. Other big thing, we can get most of the locations for free or next to nothing, and there's no permitting fees, and we get 7% sales tax exemption. So there's no tax credit, but all these other perks, and then instantly the investors I'm talking to, potential investors, like, oh, that makes sense. Like it's cheaper for you to shoot there. We're gonna get more bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, anything over 500,000, certainly over $1 million, they're really gonna expect you to go to a state like Georgia or West Virginia or someplace, and you have that discussion, 20 or 30% back, whatever it is. Now, the one thing on Thailand, my brother lives there, my sister-in-law, my family. First thing you should do is partner up with a producer here that has done at least one film or a couple of films in Thailand, and he will know the Thai guy that you gotta pay a little payola under the table, and then everything goes smoothly. That's the way it works. But there is some money to come back.
What is your name and what do you do?
Oh, so I'm actually a film student at Cal State Dominguez, and I'm studying cinematography. So I know a lot of these companies like Warner Brothers Studios, Fox. They're very well they got roots in the business, but not only that, they also have large investments through the open market or public market. So if you're a small studio, can you open a company? Like, can you make your own company and then seek funding through investments like through the public, through like the open market,
You mean like the stock market?
like the stock market. Yeah,
You can.
you can.
You couldn't do it a few years ago, but you came at the right time, my friend, because there is, we all know about crowdfunding, Kickstarter, Seedspark, where you get
Right.
donations, whatever.
Right, yeah.
And that's getting very, very tough
Yeah.
in 2024. I call it Kickstarter fatigue, because so many people are hitting all of us up, saying, hey, will you give me 25 bucks for my film, my music video, my, whatever. There's something called crowd investing.
Crowd invest.
Now, it's fairly new.
Right.
So you can go to a platform, just like Kickstarter, but it's called, one of them is called WeFunder. So you can go to WeFunder, and I don't think there's too much to set up, maybe $1,000 in legal or something, but it's pretty much free. They take a percentage of what you raise. A lot of it's done online. Now, it'll take you a few weeks to set it up. But
Right.
once you get set it up, your company, your LLC, whatever, you can direct all your friends, family, people you know, fellow film students, like, hey, we're making this $500,000 movie. Come on in. It's like, hey, bro, what do you think I am, Mr. Moneybag? No, you can come in as little as $100, but instead of a donation, that $100, you own revenues in the movie. It's an exciting time. So let me give you a very, very specific example. Friend of mine, Natalie Metzger, paired up with a director, Jim Cummings. Okay, they had a little bit of a track record. They wanted to raise $350,000. Okay, they went to WeFunder. Now, they had a lot of social media activity. They made a lot of phone calls. They drove a lot of people there. They got $350,000 raised in 12 days.
Wow.
Now, it usually takes like a couple months,
Right.
but what happened, and I asked Natalie, I said, what was your like average donation? Or no, it wasn't a donation, what was your average investment?
Right.
She said it was like $200 or something like that. So they got a couple of big people who wanted one of the perks, like they wanted their company in the movie,
Right.
or they wanted the executive producer opening title credit of the movie. People will pay for those credits. Like, put it this way, and I don't want to get sidetracked. How many people do you think like write a book? We all know somebody that's written a book,
Right.
right?
Anyone can do it. I mean, anyone can.
One
do
in
it.
1,000 people.
Right.
How many people actually make a feature-length motion picture? 1 in a million.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is something cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I digress. Her average was about $200. There were people that put in $25,000, $50,000 because they wanted those other perks. But she had a lot of friends, Natalie and Jim, that really wanted to support the movie. They probably wouldn't have donated $25, $50, $100. But hey, and I'm like the same way. I get tired of giving $25, $50 to every single one of my friends, like 5, 6 times a week. But if I come across an interesting project, I'll invest $100 or $200
Right,
because I have a chance of getting my money back
Right. Yeah.
while supporting a friend at the same time.
Right. It's awesome.
So exciting time.
Yeah, I'll look into that. You said it's
WeFunder
WeFunder.
is the most reputable one and the one that I have first-hand
Right.
knowledge of filmmakers that have great success with that.
What do the filmmakers have to provide? Like a poster or a log line or?
Poster, log line, your one sheet. The thing is, all the filmmakers that have been successful, they say the videos you do are super, super important.
Like a sizzle reel?
Well, it's like a 2-minute intro video, like, hey, I'm Natalie, this is Jim, here's why we're making this movie, and here's how we think you're gonna get your money back. You know, just kind of a concept video. It's gonna be
Right.
really professional, on point. Then your perks, just like Kickstarter and Indiegogo, have some cool perks, like, hey, maybe for $10,000 you get a little cameo in the movie, or you get to be a featured extra,
Right.
you know? And then there's a whole bunch of legal stuff that you fill out.
Right. Of course.
And they'll walk you through that. They're really good. And it'll take, a couple weeks to set up, but, if I was doing a $1 or $2 million movie right now, I would consider doing it.
Right. I'm not there yet, but
Yeah.
maybe one day I will need the funding. to maybe like
Yeah,
What's the name
get
again?
my foot in the
We
door.
Funder.
We funder.
Re, R-E?
W-E, like we
Oh, we, okay,
fund her.
okay.
I want to applaud Brian for what he did with Senior Entourage, and this is a really, really important point. I don't want to be a naysayer or a doomsday person. Like every once in a while, someone will call me up, and like I said, I'll do a call with anyone. It's like, hey, I just graduated from Full Sail University. Amazing film school, by the way. It's the sister school to LA Film School. It's in Winter Park, Florida. I've done these short films. I got this music video, and okay, so tell me, Joe, what's your project? And they go on and on. It's $10 million. Stops me dead in their tracks. First of all, I've never raised $10 million. I don't feel comfortable raising $10 million. I don't know how he's going to raise that $10 million. And most importantly, I don't know how his investors can possibly recoup $10 million. So, with that said, that type of thing, that's where you want to go to the studios. Okay? Because some of the studios, I mean, they all greenlight 5 to a dozen projects a year. They do.
Right.
Like every once in a while, something gets picked up at the, like by a film festival. You know, big $1 million pickup. Here's the problem with that. I'm not a naysayer. If you want to try to do that, just know it used to be 7 major studios. If you added up maybe another 10 television networks, used to be maybe 20 gatekeepers to get in. And let's just say that each one of those studios or networks has 2 people who can say yes or no. Okay, that's 20 times 2. That's basically 20 people. 20 gates. Now, today, with all the streamers, even Tubi has their Tubi Originals, Hulu. Let's just say it's 100, okay? So that's 200 gatekeepers you can go to. I don't like those odds.
Right.
I don't like those odds at all. And I've actually tried it for 25 years. I've been inside the C-suites at Universal Studios pitching. I've been to the MGM Tower pitching the vice president. I've never had any luck.
Wow.
So I'm the last guy to take advice, but here's what I do like about having a killer business plan and reaching out to people. How many gatekeepers are there you're trying to raise $1 million? How many gatekeepers are you gonna have?
Probably like 20
No, dude. Thousands.
thousands.
Thousands. Because any individual on a low budget film could say yes. So if you talk to one of your friends, you talk to one of your guys that you're in film school with, maybe you go over to a friend's house for a barbecue and you talk to his uncle.
Right.
Any one of those people who could say yes. Any one. Now, it might take you 500 people until somebody says yes, but who cares?
Right.
Right?
Gotta
That
try
to
your
me
luck.
is exciting.
You gotta try your luck.
Well, it's not even luck.
It's not even
It's
luck.
not even luck. If you have a killer, and I want you to embrace this, if you have a killer business plan that proves with comparables that your film can potentially make a lot of money, okay? Now there's the risk, and you have a team. Maybe you bring a few other people besides the people in your film school, some senior producers with experience,
Right.
and you have the right approach, and you follow up, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't try to raise $1 million for your first movie.
No.
Maybe you just go out and raise $400,000.
That's something.
That's something.
That is.
And if you're really smart with a camera like that, and some lenses and the connections that you have at your film school,
Right.
you can do some amazing things. I'll tell you a story I'm very intimately involved with. In fact, so intimately involved with that I got into their Facebook page to defend them yesterday because Variety, Hollywood Reporter, there's a big scam blowing up. You probably heard of this movie called The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there were 5 kids, your age,
Yeah.
from University of Central Florida.
Right.
Never made a feature film.
Right.
Okay, they went out and they raised just over $250,000. The movie, remember, none of them had any experience. I auditioned twice. I didn't get cast. My loss. Okay, I was offered the chance to invest. Big mistake. Okay,
Why?
'Cause you
Why? Because if I had put $500 into the Blair Witch Project, I would have made well over $100,000. The main investor, he made over $20 million. Each one of the 5 kids, because the movie internationally through all the mediums today has made over $350 million.
Wow.
Right?
That's a lot.
That can still happen today with the right project, with the right timing.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
The water is murky water.
And it happens not necessarily 350 million, but it happens every single year with 5 or 6 films. I mean, you look at that genre, the found footage. A couple of years after that, paranormal activity.
Right. That's starting the
Micro
POV,
budget.
right? The POV point of view.
Shortly after that, another found footage, open water. Okay? Then you had these guys, they weren't even filmmakers.
Right.
These guys out of Albany, Georgia, they start doing these faith-based films. First one did $150,000 budget, made $55 million.
Wow.
Now, $55 million doesn't even show anymore on IMDb. The reason I know that's the true number is Sony picked it up, but they got really, really smart on the marketing. The name of the movie, by the way, was called Facing the Giants. They got picked up by Sony, limited theatrical. They created this whole industry now that people like me are benefiting from called site licenses. They went to churches, said, hey, church, do you want to see this religious, faith-friendly movie that would be really good for your congregation? Okay, how much? $179. Your whole church can see it at one time. Okay. Thousands and thousands and thousands of churches started buying site licenses.
Wow.
All around the US and Canada. Then, okay, people, by the way, still buy DVDs, not like they used to. They went to these same churches and said, hey, instead of doing your fundraiser this Sunday, selling Girl Scout cookies, do you want to sell these DVDs in the back of the church when people walk out? Sure, how much will that cost us? Oh, well, you can buy them for like $4 from Sony, and then you can sell them for 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever you want. Every church, they sold hundreds of thousands of DVDs because it was the best fundraiser for the church.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's all about like a marketing idea.
Yeah.
Marketing is key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now even, I mean, I'm just sorry, even so every day I have like people are saying all different platform. The OTTs, the platform every aim on like Netflix, technology brings much easier to have. But at the same time, you know, AI comes, and then the movies cost is much less. But when it costs less, you will have tons of more movie come over.
Yeah.
So you want to make a movie out, more money gonna spend it on the marketing and PR.
Yeah. Very
Right,
true.
yeah, so that's why you're gonna probably shift the production side of the money, but still have more money, you're gonna do PR. Otherwise, it's just buried in the ocean, you don't say. So, anyway, I don't know, I've been using my way, I shared it, I shouldn't, but I use my way to raise my recent movie, I think since this is Tubi, is free to the people watching, and the filmmaker get paid by the advertisement thing, right? Why we just put the advertisement in our movie first?
Well, if you have your own platform, you can do that.
Yeah.
But I
On
still,
Tubi, which is owned by Fox, they've got
no,
Fox
but
is
I
reliable
was
advertising.
thinking more like a product placement. Like
We did that.
yeah,
So literally, by the way, if you want to see an inspiring, empowering movie about film financing, it's now free. It's called Movie Money Confidential. It's on most of the free things. You'll see, and I won't tell you what it is, but about halfway through the movie, we needed a little bit more money. Like the director, like in our like production office, like, Scott, we need more money. I was like, how do we get it? It's like, well, are you willing to like do this cheesy commercial in the middle of the movie? And I thought the director's like, are you kidding me? No way. It's like, all right, let's do it. So we have this really cheesy, bizarre commercial right in the middle of the movie.
yeah.
Is it part of the movie?
Yeah, I think better to put
Become
part
a part
of
of
the
it.
That's for
movie.
you to
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah.
So-
Well, what
so-
I meant was like, is there a TV in the background where it's playing?
No.
I'll let you
Oh,
see it.
okay.
All I can say is I was shocked that the director, this is like a DGA director, he has like
Wow.
totally integrity.
Yeah.
But he's also very, very creative, and he was creative enough to know that this stupid, cheesy commercial right in the middle of our movie, like it breaks up the movie. We're in theaters, some people actually walked out.
Yeah.
They were so, but the movie critics, 80% of them loved it, they talked about it.
Yeah.
20% didn't, they're like, oh, this is the stupidest thing. But they were all talking about our movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
think-
it
I
helped,
think-
it helped us get
You
funded.
guys have a 96% on Rotten Tomato.
There you go.
I
There you
think-
go.
Wow.
I think
Movie
about
confidential.
it's like that's why I said why don't I put
So that's a great example.
Yeah.
Movie Money Confidential, you see a stupid, cheesy commercial, right, we did
yeah,
it.
put into the movie.
You guys did
And
it.
instead of like using the Tubi to make money, so we can make money without the Tubi give us money. So but that's part of it. When you go to I call them product placement, whatever it is. I talk to a lot of people, and I got quite a lot for my most where's Brian? Where's Fanny?
Fall asleep?
Yeah.
No.
So,
He was sitting here.
So I think I was kind of thinking, so okay, then why don't we every filmmaker is thinking about product placement? You're very approaching to the practice.
Yeah.
I start practice around it is okay, I'm gonna use camera, I'm gonna put Apple on there. Or if I really don't want it, there is so many other brand name. Say, well, you put whatever on the name and just show their name. Why not? Like where you guys talking, like Scott, your dress. I will call a guy, we're making. Do you want to put your logo on there? If you don't, I'm put somebody else's logo on there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of camera companies that are probably starting out that are not as popular as
Yeah,
Canon
they're-
or
they
Nikon,
are.
and they might love that exposure.
So it's kind of like that's the way how I raised quite a few, almost half of the funding money. So I think it's worked. Because when I talk to business people and they love the idea, I said, well, this is a permanent advertisement. It's like a milestone. You're like it's a stone. It go to commercial 2 minutes, 5 minutes. It costs you like $500,000 or $1 million a bird, and this is forever there. Why don't you just give me $500,000?
But let's circle back on that, because we're all
Bravo on that.
we're all looking for money, right? All of
Right.
us in this room for our
Yes.
next project, whatever. Just think about the small business owner. In my case, I go to people I know because it's so much easier. Like the guy that did the cheesy commercial, he was a friend of mine like 40 years ago. His name's Bob Bell. You'll see him in this stupid cheesy commercial. I go, Bob, I got this really unique opportunity for you. I know he had just started this little business. I promise you, I can possibly blow up your business all over the world. And it's like, okay, you got me. Tell me more. Got him on the phone with the director, whatever, and we did it. We're streaming on 20 different platforms. We got all this buzz for his thing. So here's the second part of that. When you're talking to somebody like about doing an advertisement or a marketing thing, sure it's a risk. Money's always a risk, but most businesses have a small amount in their budget for marketing and advertising. It's a line item. So it's not like, hey, you want to invest $25,000? They might not get back that $25,000. Someone invest $25,000 to put a cheesy commercial in the middle of a movie, they're going to get something back.
Right.
And they're going to invest based upon whether they believe. Like, obviously, the people that invested in your movie believed they were going to get some exposure. And
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. The movie's all over the place.
Yeah.
So they
I
are getting
I
value.
guarantee them to say, well, I bring your movie at least to screen in 3D country. They said, how are you gonna? I said, of course the platform. I mean, our movie is good. I can go any platform. They will pick.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, we were gonna pick. Okay.
Senior
So
Entourage, go
that's
see
the
it.
first thing. Okay. The second thing is, I have a film festival. I said there is a lot of film festival. I would just go to all the film festivals and still keep my promise. 20 country. I go to 20 countries film festival. I still promise to keep a promise. Okay? So then they love the idea. Okay, I said, well, I will make you looks like everything's into the movie. So they like the idea. I mean, of course, then we got like we're talking to like a like a chain store. They're selling like milks. We sell a chain store. So I said, well, you come in there. I don't want to invest my money. This is advertisement money. I'm not gonna give you money back. This is my income. This is our part of the income. This is our income. I'm not gonna give back. You can be like this like Panda Express. So they have few thousands of this shop, and then they will call there's a like boba milk tea, and he owns 3,000 some shop just into the U.S. In China like 5,000 something. Right? I said, well, it's like for $1 million for him, it's nothing. I said, why don't you give me $1 million? I put your boba milk tea in my movie.
There you go.
Yeah. Then he said, oh, okay, I just borrowed $1 million for, I said, this is, okay, I said, that's the only thing, borrow $1 million. And the most important, I said, I pay you back because when our movie release is theater, we can promote together. So you sell, maybe people drinking 3 cups of the boba, let's say, people order 3 packets of the Panda Express. Okay, I give you a free ticket. It's
Promotion, cross promotion.
Yeah, then you don't have to pay me. As a Panda Express, you don't have to pay me.
Yeah.
Then we do it together, then we sell my tickets, and they already have an existing customer. They do have some kind of promotion or some way to stimulate sales. Then you don't have to pay me, but you get this product placement. So we can sell tickets together. So they have like 3,000 shops, and each shop sells a lot of tickets for us. That's what I talk to them. Hey, this is a great idea, and we have a deal.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking about this money, because it's all about how you get money for your film, right?
Yes.
Don't forget, along with the executive producer title, the associate producer title, the co-producer, people will pay extra money for that. Don't forget, certain levels you can put in your business plan. You can sell these little logos on your step and repeat media wall.
Yeah.
Yes. So people would think, a small business would think nothing of coming in for $10,000, $25,000 or whatever, because the step and repeat media walls, okay, you might have, if you do just open up in 1 or 2 theaters, okay, you're not being a big theatrical, but you're premiering it, you have a special premiere night, you can have at least 200-300 people there. I would venture to say, if you have 300 people show up, I would venture to say at least 100 are going to take pictures in that media wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're in this day and age where it spreads on social media everywhere.
Yeah.
They're going to get, without exaggeration, 100,000 impressions by the end of the week with their logo. That's really easy to explain in Fred Flintstone English to a small business owner.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that makes sense.
That's
So
incredible.
as I said, Tubi are selling advertisement based on our original. I think we've got our own original integrated advertisement into there. So we get our money. And last year there was, I think it's that part. Last year was Tubi.
So you brought the ads to Tubi?
No, I didn't ask it to Tubi. I was just from Tubi how the business model. Think about we
Oh.
should put more effort to
It's
pre-sale.
changing.
Yeah.
Because there's more. The thing about all the AVOD is great, but it's not like 125,000 a quarter great, because more and more and more movies on, and sometimes your movies can get lost.
There's a huge problem for the other platform, and a lot of people put their movies on there. You don't see the money back.
Why don't we have you come up and sit with us?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
So I did a lot of. I was acting because
Oh,
I have
Daniel?
movie. I have movie now. I have to go into figure out how we can protect our hard work asset and not get
Can we introduce you?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Who doesn't know Lin Tang?
But this video is gonna go worldwide, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah, it's
Lin
Lin Tang.
Tang, who is the founder and CEO of Maya TV, UMFF.
Sanyani International Kids Film Festival, and Epic SAG is animation comic game. I'm the producer of all 3 film festivals every year, and also produce Broadway shows. And I have made, I've been involved it has a producer title about 9 feature films so far.
Woo!
In past 7 years.
Wow.
I have 2 more. Right, I'm talking. We'll try to start filming in end of this year or next year. That's why the distribution thing is kind of my eager to find out a solution for it. So I found my solution to how I did my movie, get my funding. Now I need to find a way to avoid these people who are, use our property to make money and not in our pockets. So all the platform, majority of them, they're using the 2 sides of a way. One is you like click one, you get some money. Another one they sell their they're like a monthly fee. They can do whatever. Anyway, the people who are subscribers can do whatever money they can, whatever movie they can watch. Okay, so when these people pay the monthly fee, when they clicked our movie, we don't get to pay. How can we know who is the subscriber to click our movie, or who is just singly buying the movie who clicked that one?
Is there a way
The
to
transparency.
Is there a way to watermark it, like in music?
No, it doesn't. It's not this is not the watermark. Music is the same thing. It's all a platform. They are put there. I have an engineer background. I know there is no way you can trace it unless you really have to force you program in, trace on each of the viewer which one belongs to this group, paying the group, which is a non-group, then you have to pre-program right in before the platform.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. It's an algorithm.
Yes.
It's an algorithm that the platform uses.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the money.
I know why isn't yours doesn't show up as much as other videos, right?
Yeah, because I also testing on it. Let's say our movie on there. I call maybe like 10 friends.
Maybe it's at the way bottom or
No,
something.
we're going to 10 friends to buy this movie and doing it purposely, and it won't show up on our reporting data. See, that's
The
what.
transparency.
Yeah, transparency is a problem. I think right now the whole industry has to taking care of it. So that's why on the stage right now, then I read a lot of people. So there is Facebook has a lot of group, and the filmmaker discuss the problem. And
About the transparency, not to get political, because you can get shot for bringing up this name. Some people hate it.
yeah,
But
well,
Twitter,
yeah, please.
they're opening up next year.
Okay, oh my God.
Twitter
Okay,
X
yes.
Films division, and one of the things he's promised,
Okay.
Elon Musk, is that transparency.
Wow.
And when they first opened up the pay model, which they didn't have before, I saw hundreds and hundreds of people posting, hey, what Elon this was 6 months ago, what Elon just did is real, here's my first monthly payment.
Wow.
And I saw, and a couple of them were my friends, and they said, yeah, I never got this amount on YouTube. So I don't know Elon personally. I met him once, briefly, years ago, because I did an electric car documentary. But I think he's sincere at trying to want to bring open, honest transparency.
And on
And he's
the
got
beginning,
billions of people on his platform worldwide.
on the beginning, everybody in the beginning, a new platform, yes, I believe that. But once they get established, I'm sorry, they just suck your money greatly. I mean, they know, as an engineer, I know there's no way to prove it.
Yeah.
They steal our money. So
The transparency.
yeah, the transparency is a problem, and monitor auditing is a problem. So with revenue share, that's why it comes to revenue share. Revenue share has to be held with somebody to do auditing. Who is doing auditing right now? No
The
one.
studios.
No, I mean
They're out there looking over their own
yeah,
books.
no, so that's why there is nobody to audit. Why you guys? That's why I said I was thinking why you guys gave me. I don't care which platform it is. Why are you doing revenue share? There is no way to audit him. He owns the shop. He sells. Whatever I sell, I'll give you half. It's who is saying how much he sell? We don't know. How are you going to find your half or a quarter? So that's a problem. I go only
Wow.
groups. I found out and say, no, it is.
But I think that's changing. There's one or two other platforms, I'm not allowed to say who they are, but they're gonna open up for this transparency issue. And I think there's gonna be enough of us, independent filmmakers, and these are 10 million and under films, because even the $7 and $10 million indies, they're not gonna get all of them big money at theatrical. They want their share too on
Yeah,
the
I think it's
platforms.
gonna be it's gonna be more platform pop up. It's gonna be more but affordable and eventually look like it, because say you go to any platform, and I don't say you will have to consider. You go, I don't care which platform it is. You have to do your own advertisement and keep marketing on it. So this is a very unfair business model. When I said, well, I made a product, I put your shop, I still have to do all my marketing and keep doing it. So then you take this big bunch and you don't know what it is. I'm sorry. So that's what I was thinking. This is very bad, it's very unfair and bad business model either. Why we have to take in it? It doesn't make sense. So there is this kind of, that's why I try to figure out a solution, a fair solution. I mean, people are going to bring a platform as the new trend is, but there is someone has to be there to auditing it. This has to be a fair game, because everybody complain. They groups say, oh, I got money to.
People have been complaining for 50
No,
years.
but just about they didn't get much money. I can tell. We have a problem too. So for our own movie. So then I said, okay, why? Okay, everybody's company will get money, but all the platform, you're gonna billions. This they get all the billions. Where's the money comes from? It's from over here. That's something. There should be a big part of it to belong to every filmmaker. And the filmmaker didn't get the money. Who has the money? The platform
It's
has
gonna
it.
be, it might be, ended up being the new platforms.
So there is gonna be more new platforms. So really think about when you. I mean, like I said, I have 2 movies, kind of ready to go. I just got my all the like copyrights, all that kind of stuff. So I examine every thing. I said, no, it doesn't make sense. It's not big. It's not fair business practice. Oh yeah, we just do like this. Then you said,
Along those lines, I had another friend who just wasn't quite sure. This was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I wasn't quite sure about the transparency issue, because like Lynn says, you don't really know. So he did a unique model. I forget whether it was on YouTube or Vimeo, but he basically self-released his film and he put it there for free. But if you wanted, and it was a slightly political thing, I don't even want to say what it is, but if you slightly believe this cause, which I think it would help society, make a small donation. He made $250,000 in one weekend. Gross.
yeah.
Wow.
Because what happened was the majority of the people watched the movie for free, but enough people paid 10, 25, 50 bucks. It ended up being something like $2.50. And I guess that many people watched it. Over one weekend, he made $250,000, more than his whole budget of his documentary.
Wow.
So that's another strategy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if it's your movie, it's very unique, and you can send out. I believe your self distribution is the only way your movie gonna make more people to see it, and at the same time you get your money back.
Yeah, I just want to add one thought along those points, because I don't know how it's going to work out. It just happened. This is what all the directors were on strike, the writers were on strike, and the actors, DGA, WGA, and SAG-AFTRA. And what they were striking for was, we need to see the books.
Transparency.
Transparency, because they're saying, hey, we're not making any money, and now suddenly directors and writers and actors were not getting the residuals that they were. So now there are new contracts. I don't know how, this is all recent, the last couple of months. I don't know if they're gonna start paying, I hope they do. I will give you an example though. I did a Hallmark movie, now as a producer, I'm an actor in this movie. But Hallmark's under a SAG agreement, and I'm getting residuals. I shot it 2 years ago in Hawaii, and I'm getting residuals, and and by the way, even Tom Cruise, after the last Top Gun or whatever, was chasing down Paramount saying, hey, you guys aren't paying. So, yeah, that's the problem. Oh, and that's the other thing too that Lynn and I were involved in. we were in 3,000 or 4,000 Walmarts. And we would see, oh, they had so much in sales every month or every quarter, but then they were showing chargebacks and returns.
Right.
And yeah, so it's a game. We didn't have the money to go chasing after them. I didn't want to. I was happy to be in 3,000 or 4,000 Walmarts. But our sales agent is now with a couple of other sales agents, saying, hey, they have an attorney. Hey, you gotta show us the books. We don't know how it's gonna get resolved, but
Well, before you do that, there's one word
okay,
you should have your attorneys ask when they call up Walmart next week. What are the holdbacks? Have you cleared all the holdbacks? Because what happened with the Blair Witch Project, they were in every single Walmart. As you can imagine, it was tens of
Right.
millions of dollars.
right,
And then my lawyer at the time was their lawyer. He called Walmart and said, hey, we should have a little bit more money to this. Do you have any holdbacks? And then
what are
somebody...
the holdbacks? What
So the holdback is they know there's going to be a certain amount of chargebacks, returns, whatever. They will hold back X amount of money
right,
after those DVDs clear out of the main bins. And they just had never released that money. So there was a couple $1 million in holdback money,
wow,
but it took a phone call from a lawyer to get to the accountant that says, oh, and it took like a day to get back to him. Oh yeah, we can see we have some holdback money here and it's been over 6 months. We'll send you a check.
wow, wow.
Yeah,
But
so
Amazing.
why is that, can't you make a deal up front? Like if I were to do another movie again, I wouldn't do the Walmart deal, or I'd say, hey, I'll do a DVD deal with you, but you can't return a DVD, forget it, you buy it, that's it. Defective.
No one's gonna sign that deal.
Well, then,
That's been
then
my
like what Lynn's
experience.
saying, well, that's true, but then in that case,
we're not signing the deal.
create your own DVD,
Yeah,
or don't do the
Don't
DVD.
do
Right.
the DVD.
Yeah, no,
And,
self-distribution, I agree.
no, I think recently I got a lot of proposal, because I reject a lot of offers, because I don't think it's fair. I don't want to do it, and I know my movie is kind of different than the different movie. My fans is my fans. I got my fans, I know they're waiting for my movie. I have fans for each movie. My fans, product's mine, my marketing's mine. Then why you charge me that? Then I say that's a big deal. Or anyway, so there are many proposals right now. You guys probably keep your eyes open. They probably build your own better, much better than what like it's kind of only your own little like a Netflix thing. So basically, much easier to manage. Like many years ago, the website is somewhat complicated, and now they have much more affordable kind of your own.
Your own Vimeo channel.
Yeah, your own Vimeo channel, but it's better than Vimeo, but it's like new technology. So the Indian company, the Chinese company, the Singapore company, they're offered so much cheaper than whatever, Then that's why everything like right now we sell tickets is okay. 1 person, 2 person, okay, that's it. The rest goes us directly every day. Then that's perfect. So why we needed to go with this stupid one and our movie is buried by this kind of movie? We have to spend extra money to use our fans, get more fans, the most important part, they will, this is the one buy a movie. And then that's what I say, probably think about watch a new approach for this technical company. Oh, I will build you one. And so you pay us maybe $400 a month. Hey, I do it.
Wow,
So it's a new things, yeah, hopefully I can help you guys, more.
thank you.
Okay.
That's amazing. Is there anything, do you think, that we haven't covered that you'd like to
Do
cover?
you guys sign up, want to talk something, as 3 people sign up? You wanna talk anything?
You want to share or
Share
pitch your
your
project? or-
project? You
Well,
wanna
my
pitch your
rule is
project?
always go third, but if there aren't 2 people that wanna go in front
So
of me.
you wanna pitch your project, right?
Do I have to sign
Sure.
something?
No, you don't have to sign, just to go.
I don't know.
Stand up,
I
tell
don't-
us
Yeah,
who you
stand
are
up,
and why
come
you're
here,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
come here,
come
yeah,
here.
come here,
If you
yeah.
have some questions. Oh,
Just come over here, yeah.
Please tell us your name and what you do and about your project.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Wayne.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And my project is called The Dental Plan. So it was a very, very low-budget movie, shot entirely in a dental office. It's a feature. It's my first ever feature. And basically, I'm looking to get it distributed. So, it's about a maniac who takes over a dental office, and he holds the dentist and his assistant hostage. The script was actually one of the winners in the best produced feature script category.
Oh,
in,
congratulations.
the biggest film and TV event in downtown LA,
Nice.
the DTLA Film Festival. And there are a couple of actors in the movie. One of them has a lot of IMDb credits to her name.
Do you want to share with us their names, or?
Yeah. So her name is Jennifer Valance. She has a lot of IMDb credits.
Okay.
And then there are some other actors as well. Jory Crum, Travis Renta, and Ian Quick, who also Ian Quick also has a few credits to his name.
Is it too revealing to ask why the maniac takes them hostage?
Well, I guess it's all revealed in the end.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But yeah, so I guess we'll have to watch it.
Watch it? Okay, we'll look for that then.
But basically, yeah, I'm looking for any distribution, and if anyone's interested in.
So is it a feature?
Yes, it is a feature. It is a feature.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's been winning film festivals.
Yeah, it's been getting awards at some film festivals.
That's fantastic. Some of the film festivals offer distribution. I don't know if it's good or not, because it depends on which one it is, but
Yeah, like I did get an offer, but I was looking at the contract, and then there didn't seem to be a marketing cap, and that kind of worried me, so I didn't sign anything.
sure.
Yeah, so I'm just looking for any offers.
So are you looking for money up front or just on the back end?
Either way would be good, and not that big. So
But
I'll
do you
be honest,
have like a kind of like how much money you need to raise for that, and what is the how will people get it back from the money you raise?
Okay, so basically, the money that would be required is only for marketing and sales, because the film is done, right?
Yeah.
The film is done. So if anyone, if they already have a platform available, then it's basically on marketing. I have, of course, a poster. I'm happy to customize it. I have subtitles.
Is it in English?
Yes, it's in English. It's in
Okay.
English.
Okay.
It's screened in Barcelona as well, and of course I had to put in Spanish subtitles for,
Oh, there you go.
for that.
Good. What genre would you say it is?
So it's drama, but there are a few moments of comedy and action. Well, of course there's action. If they're fighting on the dental chair, then
Oh. Okay. That's great.
So like how much money you are working on it?
like to raise.
Yeah,
To be honest, I'm not really looking to raise money. I'm more looking for distribution.
distribution. Okay, when you have the distribution, like I said, who's gonna do the marketing? I said money. Who is gonna PR? In distribution, you use distribution basically is just somebody like handle this stuff. The most right now, everybody, almost 99.9%, they ask you to do your own marketing. So marketing, it's very expensive.
Can we have you back up, Lynn?
But yeah, so we still have to, I mean, like what we're asking is like, you have to find, when you come to talk to the pitch, you'll say, okay, I know I'm gonna probably spending, I need $250,000, example, to do this marketing. Your marketing plan is which marketing you're gonna go. You're gonna social media, you're gonna go to whatever the rate. And then, let's say I give you like $250,000 for your plan. How I know I will get what I get? Like, are you guys, okay, yeah, so
I get your point. I
Yeah.
get your point. How do you know you're gonna get a good return on
Yeah.
your money, right?
yeah,
So to be honest, this was a very, very low budget film. It didn't cost $250,000, and in fact, it didn't even cost.
no, I
a
don't
quarter of a
care
million.
about that part, okay,
But-
just
but the marketing.
$250,000, I just kind of see it, a number. So, are you gonna give out part of your equity for your movie as the collateral?
So for the marketing, I think I would personally be happy to pay for the marketing as long as it's reasonable, right? It's something, because like filmmaking is not my full-time job, right?
So basically, you are going to self-marketing on that. You just need a distributor to handle it?
I think it's more just the distribution.
Oh, okay,
that I
okay.
really, like,
Okay,
marketing in terms of posters, in terms of,
No.
putting advertisements
more
up.
than that.
Way more than that. Can I ask something that's often asked in pitch meetings?
Sure.
And that is, what is your relationship to these characters or this story?
So I think everyone really, they can identify with many of the things that even the hostage taker does, right? It's the whole film is about,
Going to the dentist?
a bit more than that.
Oh, okay.
It's about why people think some people are more important than others, right? So that's, I guess, the whole point of this film. The hostage taker is basically driving the point across. Why are some people more important than others?
Meaning the dentist?
Meaning, for example, a celebrity over a medical researcher.
Mm-hmm.
Many people, like, celebrities, they make a lot of money. They make more money than medical researchers. Although medical researchers maybe have more influence on our health and our lives, right?
Are you a medical researcher?
No, I have nothing to do with medicine.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But I guess my point is that the intention is that the viewer, even with the villain, will identify with the villain in the movie.
Mhm.
And that's kind of the relationship that I think most of us will have with the characters in the film.
That there's good, bad, and all of us?
Yeah.
That
I
good and bad is also.
Yeah,
part of
because
the bad.
tomorrow and we have many panels. There is many distributors on coming, and Sunday we have a distributor panel. There is a distributor coming, so you probably go talk to them to say, well, I just want distribution, and they'll be work.
Great. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
so that's one of the way. Yeah. Okay.
Here's just a few quick, like I said, like at the very beginning, I'm not a distribution expert, because it
Yeah.
changes, it's gonna
Yeah,
change
it's
next
crazy.
month.
Well, you know
Yeah.
much more than me, so.
But here's a couple thoughts. I'm leaving here to drive up to Sacramento. I'm spending the weekend with 3 dentists. My girlfriend, her brother, her sister. I'm thinking just the title alone, and the fact that it's one all these films, they would probably want to see this movie.
Yeah.
So here's my thinking. I'm guessing you have under 50K in the movie.
Very much under 50.
Okay. Here's how you get your money back. I would bypass all the traditional distributors and go to a guy named Seth. He's an aggregator. He can get on the AVOD platforms. He doesn't have any upfront marketing recruitment. Typically, they're going to want $15,000 to $20,000 that they need to recoup for doing nothing
Mm-hmm.
until you see a penny. They're going to take 30%. I think Seth only takes like 20%, 25%. So you'll see money coming $1. You want to do a little marketing? I would do a local. You're in this area?
No, I'm from Canada.
Oh, Canada. Okay. So I would go to one of your local theaters. Within 5 miles of that theater, there's probably a dental office. Say, hey, you want to help me sponsor this movie? Your dental practice can be all over the step and repeat deal. Let them pay. Just have a one-night premiere. Then I would take out an ad in the ADA, I think it's ADA or whatever the dental magazine are.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing every one of the hundreds of thousands of dentists would want to see this movie just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay? That's your core market. Then the other thing, I'm doing this for one of my clients. It's a different type of movie. It's a documentary, something about like medical pharmacy. Instead of DVDs, they're going to get these little USB sticks. They're going to put it in the shape of a pill. You, because there should not be a conflict of interest with the AVOD streaming, you should not sign any physical DVD or physical media rights away. Keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Burn like 1,000 little USBs in the shape of a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll sell
Yeah,
tens
that's a
of
good idea.
thousands of them to the dentist. The reason I'm going to talk to the 3 dentists, I'm going to show them that flyer and say, do you want to see this movie? I'll let you know. I'll text you tonight or tomorrow. Say, yes, all 3 of them want to see the movie. That's a good test marking.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's a
Wow.
very cool idea, I think that's a great
Awesome.
idea.
Was that alone
That
worth
was
your,
alone, where's your
your
whole
trip?
thing?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
I know, yes,
Yeah.
I like this idea.
Great.
Like I said, I'm not a distribution expert. I just happen to have that information handy
Yeah.
because I'm going to see 3 dentists and we're looking into a USB for a pill-shaped thing.
Wow.
We can, you make a lot, and also because remember all the dental office, they're gonna send their, clients every like a Christmas time, they will send a pizza card, like a
Yeah,
card,
right.
you can use this as gift.
Yeah, no, I mean, the USB is still used because everyone can plug it
We
into
can
their,
just,
to their laptop or their computers.
Your T-shape, you can just say, well, this is.
And
yeah.
plus,
Yeah, I said
you
your
can fit
movie.
not only the whole movie, the data is so rich these days, you can fit all the special behind the
Little
scenes
ones, yeah.
features on
Yeah.
that little USB.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very.
And it doesn't cost nearly what a DVD costs to ship.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's awesome idea,
Yes.
that's a great idea, I got idea too, yeah, thank you, Scott.
Hopefully you can make a couple $100,000,
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Did
go
anyone else?
to the dentist's.
Anyone else on the?
Did anyone else wanna come up and
Right,
yes,
go
please.
ahead.
She's got a screenplay I wanna hear about.
Yes, please.
Good job.
If you could, for the sake of our audience, could you tell us your name and what you're here to present?
First, I'm really hard of hearing.
Okay.
So you have to kind of speak up. My name is Virginia Travers, and I am from up north, Marin
Marin.
County. And
Me too.
Sorry?
Me too.
Oh, really?
I'm from the Bay Area. Yeah.
Oh, okay, whereabouts?
Actually, the peninsula side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my project and my screenplay started like this, in a book. My late uncle wrote this book. I guess it was published back in the 1980s, but
Wow.
not really, 1990s.
So did you adapt it?
Yeah, we started working on the screenplay, 1994. We started working on the screenplay, and we played around with it on and off, came up with a rough draft, that kind of thing, and we'll see what goes, and then he died. So I was kind of stuck with, okay, now what do I do? I had been working in film. I am a member of the Screen Actors Guild. I've been a member of SAG since 1994. The first film I ever worked on was with Francis Ford Coppola. I've worked with Woody Allen. I've worked with John Carpenter. Several of the big names that are mostly up north. So anyway, I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, do I put
Well,
it
do
in
you
the
have,
back
do you
shelf?
own the rights to the book?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So put it on the back shelf, and then lo and behold, I met this brilliant writer, C.B. Hurst. C.B. is a multi-award winning writer and producer, and he said, I really like this, let me work on it, So we worked on it for a few years on and off, and he came up with the draft, and I said, and then I took his draft and rewrote it. And sort of, it's like I want to call it a multi-collaboration screenplay. Between C.B. and myself.
What's the log line? Or-
Oh, okay, the log line for this is it's about the protagonist, who is a ex-CIA, State Department attaché, who lives on a houseboat in Sausalito, California.
Nice.
And it's a very unique community where people actually live on boats that are on the water.
Yeah.
They're beautiful homes.
Yes.
They're not talking.
Floating
Just-
homes, not a
yeah,
houseboat,
we call
but
them
floating homes.
right?
Yeah.
He just has a simple life. He's got out of the CIA. He decided, okay, this is not, not for me anymore. I'm gonna focus on being an artist and a sculptor, which I've always loved to do.
Is this based on a true person?
Well, sort of in a way. My uncle was a member of AA, and he was for many, many years. So,
AA?
Yes.
Alcoholics Anonymous?
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay,
And so the lead character is a recovering alcoholic.
okay,
And my late uncle also was with the State Department
okay.
for many years. So that's where he came up with a lot of his ideas for his novels.
Oh, okay.
Inspired by true events.
Yes.
Inspired by true
Yes,
events,
absolutely.
yes.
So anyways, this story takes place in Marin County and in Thailand. It's got a couple of different layers in it. It's basically about four brothers. So that's why we retitled it Two Brothers Blood. Two
So is it a
brothers-
horror or an
Sorry?
action? Horror or
Oh,
action?
Yeah, action film. It's an action film about four brothers from Marin County from very different backgrounds. And one of the brothers of the protagonist gets involved with one of them who has a cartel in Thailand, which basically deals in illegal human body transplants, organ transplants. So he goes there and he works for this guy named Mars Thurston, who has a clinic in Thailand. And he gets, he says, you know, I can't stand this guy Mars, he's horrible. So he steals $500,000 from him. The money that he got from selling one of the organs, he puts into his bank account in the States and disappears. He disappears and ends up in Cebu in the Philippines. But Jack, the lead character, goes to Thailand to try and find his brother because he's missing. Nobody knows where he is. So reluctantly, he travels to Thailand to find him and goes on an adventure with a half Thai, half American, who is also looking for Mars Thurston, who's the antagonist. Once they get to Thailand, they find out that he's dying. The protagonist is dying, so they just leave him alone. They say, okay, he's gonna be dead soon. You know, let's just get out of here, let him die on his own way. But they eventually find out what happened to Jack's brother. And Jack goes back to Marin County and finds out that the actual ringleader of the cartel is Mars's brother, who lives out in West Marin County. And he kind of runs the cartel from West Marin. He goes out there with a friend of his from the State Department to accuse him of what he's been doing and try to find out where his brother is. And he accidentally shoots him in the head. He didn't die, but they shoot him. So that's kind of basically the story. Jack doesn't get arrested, but he did eventually find out what happened with his brother. And that's the story. It's an action film. It's got a little bit of the Vietnam War in it, which is a flashback, because Morris Thurston was part of Project Phoenix in Vietnam, so it has a little bit of that in there. So it's definitely an action film. You know, something that you would see if you really like that genre. You know, with I can't remember the guy's name, the British guy.
Oh, James Bond?
No.
Oh.
Stratham.
Oh, Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Where are you in this project,
Well,
and what are you
we've got-
seeking
I've
now?
got a short pitch deck, which is only 10 pages.
And that's what you need for the studios and the streamers, not for investors.
Right, exactly, yeah. And then I have a project presentation. I worked on a budget, but my budget is based on US standards. So I'm sort of like you said, I'm trying to find someone in Thailand that can write a budget by Thai standards, because half of it takes place in Thailand, and of course filming cost in Thailand is a lot less than it is here. So I couldn't figure out how to put that into the budget. We have a preliminary budget written.
And what's that estimate?
Right now it's about 3 million.
3 million
So
Thai
that's-
is a
it's
lot of
definitely
money.
not a low budget, but it's, you know, it's a moderate low budget.
Is there a way to cut by maybe using green screens or something as opposed to?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, it could be,
Well,
yeah.
but they over there it's very cheap. The filming Thai is very cheap.
Yes, it's very cheap to
Yeah.
film there, yeah.
And you know, you're talking about say you are asking the Thai people give you a budget, right? So you are looking at it.
Right,
So when I do my project, I do reverse. So I keep, okay, so this is the whole project, right?
uh-huh,
I tell my investor, I'm not gonna give you this because the estimate is not gonna accurate.
yeah.
I will open an account just for you guys to have access to auditing it. I say, well, I tell them that this is my movie. By estimation, I think I will keep $4 million, right? $2 million I'm making money, make a movie, $2 million use it for the public, for PR money. So you give me the $4 million, I try to keep everything inside it. If I over it, whatever, over it, then
Yeah.
you just auditing it.
Right.
So in that way, you solve a lot of pre-problem.
Right.
In the foundation and that, you will never accurate because you're doing that time, it's the money, the price changing, everything's changing. When the people gave me the money, I have to do it again.
Right.
So I do reverse, and I say, well, okay, this is, you gave me 2 million, that's it. I keep everything under 2 million. If everything over, I take care of it.
Uh-huh.
So I think that way, save, lots of film budget, you spend so much money upfront, you may never get it back. And you won't repeat doing the same thing again. So I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I said, if I gave you right now, it's not gonna be right. When you finally get all the money there, maybe a year later or 6 months later, it's gonna raise you again. Why you waste all my time with everybody's money? And they agree. I mean, the reason people, I say, yeah, it makes sense. I said, well, you trust me. You gave me the $2 million. I use $2 million to make a movie. And I tell them, you have a right to access this account. Has all the transparency. You can access the account and everything at any time. Then it's solve all the problem pre-costing. The people, I heard people spend this, that, and some draw the water, and then make the relationship bad. I don't want to do that.
We've written all the three of us, have written also some parts that could be used for product placement, like we
Yeah.
have Starbucks at the airport, we have, different places that could be used in there. So we thought about that when we wrote the screenplay. The other thing that location, of course, Marin County is hard to
Expensive.
Expensive, expensive to live there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but they have made just recently I don't know if it was a series or a film on the houseboats there with Jennifer Garner.
Oh, wow.
And somebody else, I can't remember the other lead actor was. I was watching the film the other day, so I thought, oh yeah, they are doing stuff here.
Yeah.
Our film industry up in the Bay Area, it's kind of tanked a little bit. It's not really as big as it was 10 years ago because of the pandemic, but
Yeah.
it's starting to come back slowly but surely.
Sure.
And so this is, I'm hoping to revitalize, the filming in Moran
I
and
think it
also
was
use,
5
I
minutes.
put like, you go ahead.
Less than that, I think.
Yeah.
So I've just got a 1 or 2 minute suggestion.
Okay,
I would reach out, and I'll give you these people's names so you can
Okay.
contact them, or I'll make an introduction. I would call somebody like a Michael Baumgarten, who I've seen him
Yeah, I
take
know.
a
He's the one.
$3 million script, and he's a professional budgeter.
okay.
He can do a line item budget, including Thailand, for $700,000 or something. Just off the top of my head.
Yeah,
There's another guy, Richard Ryan. I saw him do an action movie overseas, everything for like $50,000.
wow.
Wow.
So I would hook up with one of these two guys. Now, they're both professionals.
Uh-huh.
You would probably have to invest somewhere between $1,500 and $2,500 to get a budget.
Yeah.
Maybe get them attached,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden, you've already got the book,
Yeah.
which is great cross promotion. You've got a
Right.
little bit of an audience with the book,
Yeah.
I'm sure. You've got a budget that's accurate. You've got some team members. Then you can go out and raise
Uh-huh.
under $1 million, hopefully.
Uh-huh.
I invited Michael already. Hopefully he's coming on Sunday. Yeah. He's
I
a
really,
very
really-
Are you coming
Michael's
Sunday?
coming Sunday.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
we're there Sunday.
You should connect him with
yeah,
Michael.
Of
well,
course,
yeah,
yeah, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
Well, thank you.
very honest guy. He's one of the best budgeters.
Amazing.
My brother lives in
So
Thailand.
ask him if he knows a line producer there,
I will.
and that's my hard part.
This has been great. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all so much for coming.
Oh, I guess I didn't want to pitch. Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
very much for coming and
You can pitch us out in the hallway.
You've heard my pitch before, Scott.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
the same one.
Okay.
okay, we're wrapping up now, so thank you all very much for coming. We want to wish you best of luck on all of your projects. Thank you so much to Scott for coming and sharing so much wonderful, amazing, helpful advice. And Lynn, thank you for taking time from your festival to share so much. You're